This program is proudly brought to you by Carerra Holdings in association with Ministry of Entrepreneurship and Local Enterprise Authority.
We are back with part 2 of how to identify a problem and create a solution that sells. As businesses, we fight tooth and nail to acquire product certifications. What value does product certifications add to our businesses?
The answer to that is all value is in the eyes of the customer. Okay, so there isn't something that's intrinsically, a quality certificate isn't intrinsically valuable if the customer doesn't care about it. You know what I'm saying? So a mistake a lot of people make is that they think that if I go get a whole bunch of certifications of this, that, this, and the other thing, that means it's adding value. No, what adds value is whatever your customer or your industry believes is important. So it boils down to you have to know your industry inside out. You have to know what it is. There are certain certifications which are called hygiene factors, i.e. there are minimum requirements. Everyone in the industry has to have it. You know, if you own a restaurant, there are certain food safety standards that are required. No one congratulates you. That's the minimum entry level. In fact, you're not allowed to operate without those. So those are as basic as getting, a building permit. They don't add value. Those are your the price of entry. Those are your minimum requirements to get into the business. The ones that add value are the certifications that somehow differentiate you from your competitors in a way that the customer cares about.
Electronic products are not child's play. An electronic product not created, not designed, not developed properly is a hazard to the safety of anybody. So yes, we have got certifications, IE certifications, IPC certifications from Europe. Our suppliers have those certifications as well. And so we ensure that we get everything, all the certificates for each product before it goes to market. But then in our country, we also have the BOCRA, the regulator. They also have to give us type approval. And then we have BOBS, Botswana Bureau of Standards. They also have to look at the product and say it is safe, it is ready to go out. And that entire value chain of certifications, compliance is very important to ensure what we put out there is not hazardous to the end consumer. You're not going to be certified. Let me tell you, Europe is not going to certify you if that product can be hazardous, because that's a lawsuit in the making. If that product blows up and the house has an issue, whatever, it's reputational damage for us. So those certifications are very valuable to the end user because they ensure that we're giving a safe product. They ensure that the product that we're giving is energy compliant. For example, our fridges are A++. That's a standardization that says that they are very economical on your electricity, on whatever fuel that they use. So we are aligned with that to ensure that African needs are addressed, and they are very much beneficial to the end customer because they ensure safety, they ensure quality, they ensure that the end user is satisfied.
In this cutthroat business environment that we operate in today, it's only fair to say that having a competitive product or service doesn't guarantee your business a market share. However, customer relations is a key business practice to embed in your business.
Today's customers, the modern day customer, is very fickle. They can switch service providers in an instant because they're not getting value, perceived value for what their money is offering them.
Remember, customers don't give you their money because they want to. That's their hard-earned money. They give you their money because they believe you're doing something for them well. They're doing something for them that's worth that money. So continue to add value to your customer. That's the most basic thing. The moment you don't do that, it's over for you. Secondly, and this is where a lot of people miss the boat, build very, very strong relationships with your customer. You see, human psychology is an interesting thing. People do business with people they like or that they respect or that they admire. If 5 of you are coming selling an equal product, I am most likely to buy from the person who fulfills other needs for me besides just what the product does. Do I feel you care about my problems? Do I feel that I am simply just an ATM? Are you someone who is in a hurry are you in as quick a hurry to give me quality service as you are to get money out of my pocket?
It's our core, one of our very core value propositions, customer service. Why? Because in servicing the customer speedily ensures that there's no break in what we provide for them. In servicing them in such a way that ensures that they are proud to be a part of our family, ensures that they will be a repeat customer, they'll become a loyal customer. Our value core proposition says robust after sales, meaning that we put a warranty of 1 year, and whatever problem you have, we are just down the road. Now imagine if you had a problem with a global brand, you do know that they'll start telling you they need to source those products. They need to source the components in order to fix your consumer electronics. We guarantee that in 3 days your consumer electronic will be fixed, or else we just replace it. And that is literally what we do. You don't have to wait weeks or months, and that doesn't frustrate you. And that's why it's our core value proposition and our unique selling point.
And that is an area of customer relationship management, which many, many businesses in this country struggle with, but the best businesses do very well. And in fact, businesses that really take care of the customer relationship, people are sometimes willing to pay more for exactly the same product just because of the other things that that service provider does for them, from an emotional, mental, spiritual. I enjoy spending, if I'm buying a service from you that requires you to spend time with me, I'd better enjoy spending time with you.
How do we then explain low sales performance despite having a viable solution?
If your sales increase, it means you're solving your customer problem well and better than other people. If your sales decrease, it means you are no longer solving a problem well, or the problem has changed. So the answer is always the same. Find out what has changed. Why are customers no longer coming to you?
Now, at that point in time, you have to react quickly, because remember, as your sales are going down or your sales are remaining stagnant, your expenses are going up and your cash is going down. So at some point in time, you're going to go bankrupt. And the whole game of business is to ensure that you don't go bankrupt, that you stay in the game. For example, initially when we started out with our box products, where we were trying to solve the problem of under-penetration of insurance, people were not responding, they were not buying the product. We thought we had done all our work to the T, and we said, why is this not working? And then we went and we actually sat down in the stores and we said, why are you guys not buying this product? And people told us things like, when I pick up the box, I don't feel like I'm getting enough value because it was very light. So then we figured out, how do we add weight to the box? We try to figure out a cost-effective way to add weight to the box. So when somebody picks it up, they feel like they're getting some value. And that's the important thing. So there's a lot of psychology that goes into this sort of a thing. If I was to go back and look at our journey and how many iterations and reiterations we've made and continue to make, it's mind-boggling. Like, we're making new iterations constantly as we speak.
That is true. There are times when the market is scarce and your customers are not as forthcoming. So what we do is to continually create loyalty. The loyal customers, the base that we believe in, we're going to continue cultivating them. And we do not cultivate them only by giving them the best products. We cultivate them by creating a means of financing. For example, if a tender comes out, they need to be able to pay us a deposit in order to be able to get the products. So they have won a tender, which happens very often. An entrepreneur wins a big tender, but in order to provide and service that tender, they need the money to do so. So we've partnered with the likes of Access Bank to be able to give financing to entrepreneurs who want to carry our product line. So therefore, we have now addressed the need. Through us, they get the funding within 2 days, as opposed to having to look for funding that takes multiple approval phases. But the industry can be cyclical in terms of sales dwindling. Therefore, it's important to always look outside. That's why our dream is not to become a Botswana company. Our dream is to be a Pan-African company, addressing different needs of different people. So if one product is failing, the other product can become the cash cow of the company. That's our business model.
Sometimes it's because the market is not anything you've done wrong. The circumstances have changed. Your customer no longer has that problem. There used to be a time when people had landlines, and then the cell phone came and killed the landline industry. So never believe that the product or service that you're offering is going to be forever. Everything has a lifespan, even if you do nothing wrong. So it's your job to have a finger on the pulse of the customer. You should never be surprised when your sales drop. If you're paying attention to your customer, you should be able to anticipate that, my customer's behavior has changed. Their needs have changed. The competitive landscape has changed. And if you're paying attention, you should be able to anticipate that, this could potentially threaten my business. But a lot of the time, us entrepreneurs it's called navel gazing. You get so focused on your own business and you don't spend enough time paying attention to your customer. And then you get surprised that things have changed around you.
Thank you for watching. If this episode has been helpful, please do leave a comment, like, share, and follow us for more enterprise advisory.